Coming right up, the Nets taking on the Rockets. What better for a Tuesday eve? All right, Grant, as we get geared up for the home stretch, what are you looking for right now?
Well, B.A., health is number one for me. What teams have their full allotment of players is key. As we head to the playoffs, it's about attrition. Which team can stay healthy?
So the Houston starting five. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Alec Burks is out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Durant in at the small forward. And Houston has possession. Following the bucket by Brooklyn. Count it. Good.
A trusted floor general, VanVleet, with the outstanding setup there.
Stolen by VanVleet. There's the three. And it's Thomas with the rebound. And here are the Nets now. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was in Houston.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and coach said with most guys you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
Allie, thank you. Nice shot by Durant.
Right back at you. Durant motivated to put it right in his opponent's face. No better way to do it than with the three of his own.
Now here's Porter. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Pass to Thomas. Clock at 6. Claxton a screen on Burks. Here's Thomas for three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Now here's Porter. The three is up. And Thomas gets it to go on the assist by Porter.
Growing into more of a passer, MPJ getting that assist.
VanVleet, the pass to Şengün. Claxton with a rebound. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Williams. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Great defensive effort to lock down the paint.
Impressive work protecting the basket. Held his ground nicely on that one.
Nice shot by Durant.
What can they do? I mean, that's the question. Durant finds a shot he likes, and the mechanics are efficient and tight. Practically a sure thing when he lets it fly.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Some room here for Williams. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Smith passes to Durant. Buries it from three. Durant's gotten his third basket of the night.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Pass to Thomas. Back to Porter. Launches it. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds in the game. Tipped. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Thomas. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You take a look at the Nets. So far, this hasn't been the season they were hoping for. And time is of the essence. Brooklyn making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And how about the Fred VanVleet story? From undrafted to all-star and NBA champion.
It's one of the remarkable journeys in the history of the league. There are a number of guys that have gone undrafted and ended up being all-stars and champions. But if you think about it, one of the things they have in common in my mind, B.A., is a real understanding of who they are. and what it's going to take to be successful. And then the willingness to put in the work and not be distracted by naysayers or the glamour of being a pro. They've got a real anchoring as to who they are and what their business is about, and then they maximize their ability. That's Fred VanVleet in a nutshell.
Here's Burks after the basket by Brooklyn, and the shot's good.
I mean, this is why VanVleet's teammates like playing with him, because he looks to set them up with his passing.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
No good on the three. Nets trail by 3. From deep, Johnson. He drops it from range.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Claxton against VanVleet. Some solid defense from Claxton.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
To the paint. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Brooklyn shooting their first foul shots of the night.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Brooklyn making some changes. Clowney, he's checked in for Claxton. And it's O'Neal in for Williams. And a change for the Rockets. Capella's checked in. Burks no good. Brooklyn has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. From the left block. And it falls all over the rim and in. Johnson's got 5 points.
The improved passing of Porter Jr. That's the next part of his evolution.
Here's Burks. And he jams it home with authority.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple. Using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Finney-Smith's shot is off. The Nets with the lead to the middle. Fast break. Here we go. And then Porter with the dunk.
Fast break points are a lot about hustle, and Porter Jr. does not hold back in getting up and down the court.
Burks for 3. Knocks down the triple. 9 points in the game. Here's Porter. Shoots over Capella. Another miss by Porter. Tie game in Brooklyn. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Smith, Fred VanVleet out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Brooklyn with possession here, following the score by Houston. Pass to man. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Kevin Durant. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Şengün. Clowney pulls it in. Brooklyn has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Thomas. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight. Here's Durant. Durant, so effective inside.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback. And it's a 5-point Houston lead. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Rockets.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Timeout. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And with the voting just about finished, let's see who's likely to make an appearance at this year's dunk contest. This is a talented group of guys.
It certainly is, B.A., and I'm really looking forward to this contest. These aerial artists who are going to have a lot of fun pulling out all the stops to wow the judges and make the crowd go wild.
And you look at Smith. He's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Well, we'll just have to see. But I personally would love seeing him in the dunk contest.
And we are very close to announcing our dunk contest participants. The final list is coming soon.
If the contest ends up being that list, I'd be very happy with it. What a group that is.
Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at Houston, they've been outstanding halfway through this season, looking cohesive and playing for one another.
When I look at the Rockets, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Here's O'Neal after the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. The kick out to Johnson. Looking to win the run, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. And while we have a moment, here's a good chance to bring up the top rebounders in the NBA this season. Alperen Sengun, number one.
And the way he's rebounded the ball this season has been special. His teammates really appreciate his hard work and physicality on the glass.
Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. Michael Porter comes in for Thomas.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
Nets trail by 8. Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperen Sengun has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his third year. Sengun has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11 post guy. He is so skilled.
Porter looks it over. The three is up. And he misses. Only 2 for 6. The Rockets lead by 8. For 3, Durant. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
And here are the Rockets. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. And the three-pointer is good for Durant.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Oh, it's stolen by Eason. With the teardrop. And he takes it up and lays it in. And now it's a 10-point Houston lead.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
And out of bounds. Houston will have it.
First in rebounding. And they're the best passing team in the NBA. Number 1 in assists this season. That tells you a lot about the leadership and the attitude of this squad. No one player puts himself above the team.
And it's no secret the league is definitely more offensive-oriented nowadays. And they are the best of the bunch in following that trend, leading the league in points per game. O'Neal, he's checked in for Johnson.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Porter finds Williams. Porter against Burks. Porter gets the bucket. Porter's got 10 points.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Now here's Williams. Still no points. Inside. Rebound by Van Vliet. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Eason back to Finney-Smith. From deep. Second chance effort. And Eason with the layup. Eason's got his second basket of the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's O'Neal. Back to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And then Porter with the dunk.
And you know Porter Jr.'s teammates are just loving the role he's on, and they're going to do everything they can to keep him rolling.
Outside Eason. Pass to Finney-Smith. Pure from three-point range. Finney-Smith's got his first 3 points of the game. Outside Porter. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you can fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that concludes the first half. It's Houston leading by 10. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
With All-Star Weekend around the corner.
The voting process will be wrapping up soon. Finally. Excited to see which players make the cut.
Same. In fact, I might.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Nets.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Nicholas Claxton out there with Williams. Then it's Cam Thomas. Then it's Michael Porter. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Burks for 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. No wonder nothing seems to faze him.
Durant for 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh, denied by Durant.
Affecting the shot right there. The length of Durant, a problem for the offense.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
Here's Durant. Houston with another miss.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Stolen by Burks. Outside Durant. Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
An outstanding performance from Durant so far. But you know what? That's par for the course for him. He's just a natural scorer.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. And here's Thomas from the arc. It's hauled in by Houston. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And following this one, they'll take on the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That'll be the third stop of this 4-game trip.
No fear or hesitation from KD. He's able to hit from anywhere.
On the wing, Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Claxton. Capella with the defensive effort. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for Houston. 11-point game. And the slam dunk by Capella.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
Outside Porter. Here's Thomas for 3. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Thomas has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Boy, nice read by Porter Jr. that time, scanning the floor and getting his teammates involved.
O'Neal, he's checked in for Williams. The Rockets lead by 10. On the wing, Durant. On the wing, Burks. Thomas defends. And Burks gets it to go.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Thomas against Burks. A shot from the mid-range. Smith with the rebound. Houston has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the 3rd.
And, you know, once Durant notices a lane, you're toast. I mean, using his long strides to get inside fast, unstoppable.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd. Outside Porter. Claxton a screen on Smith. Porter against Smith. Top of the key. Porter's shot is off.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handle, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
Clowney, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Thomas.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Here's the pick. Pass to Porter. The 3. Capella with a rebound.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Kept alive. Adams, the pass to Finney-Smith. Off target on the 15-footer.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget, but somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Here's O'Neal. He got a piece of it. On the wing, Finney-Smith. Covered by Johnson. Nice shot by Finney-Smith. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
And that one's good by Durant.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And the timeout called here by Jordy Fernandez. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Man, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Şengün checked in for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet comes in for Durant. Pass to Clowney. Now here's O'Neal. On the wing, Porter. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Here's Mann. No good again that time.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Basket's good.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Puts up a three. It's not going to go for him. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Houston just dominating this one. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Alperen Sengun. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Burks in at the 2.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Thomas outside. Pass to Clowney. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up. He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Here's Burks. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And the new group getting ready for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Sengun. Green comes in for Eason. Tate's checked in for Finney-Smith. And Holiday subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And there's the drive. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Green for 3. Counted from distance.
You have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And the Nets making a change here. Mann's checked in. Shepard, he's checked in for Houston. Free throw good. Green. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers. The defense had him confused early on, but he's responded in the second half with some assertive play.
Pass to Shepard. Back to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And he goes in for the dunk.
And he lost his man with a shifty play inside.
And then just went and hammered it home. Wow.
High-level skills being showcased out there now, fellas. I mean, that was a terrific hoop.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Shot on the wing. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The Rockets have gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. And it's Shepherd missing. The Nets have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. And he drops it in from the low post.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Knocks down the long J. Green's got 11 points in the quarter.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Down low. Here's Clowney. Thomas outside.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Goes back up. Rebounded by Green. Houston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Here's Shepherd. Here's Capella. And here's Tate outside. And Houston another 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Thomas has got 11 in the second half.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And that one's good. Green.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Rockets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And when we look at their record, this game pushes them to 49 wins.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Kevin Durant.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Porter's shot is off. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist by Van Vliet.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Thomas outside. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. The kick to Durant. The 3-ball. Claxton with the rebound. Now the Nets with it. Williams passes to Thomas. Hits a three-pointer.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Fred, no surprise, a great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Kevin Durant.